This is how Tom and I tell everybody we got the clap. We got the clap. We got the clap together. Yes, we got the clap. Yeah, yeah. Oh, God.
It's so itchy.
Eee.
Oh, baby. Well, that was bad. Sorry. We here.
We sure?
You in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And this is G-A-P-S. Ah, yeah.
S.
And the S stands for syphilis.
What is it? What is the clap?
Isn't that it's syphilis?
Is it syphilis?
Yeah. Let's see.
Gonorrhea.
Oh, gonorrhea.
Mm. Hey, guys, we're raising money for charity, too.
Oh, we got no. Hey, listen. Yeah, lots going on today. Good God, Kelsey with a $640 donation. We're doing fundraisers over here.
Whoa. Kelsey.
Perna.
I love it.
Yeah, what a start to the show. Perna, you are doing a chat because it's the day before Thanksgiving, and I reached out to the clickbait folks. I was like, hey, guys, are we doing our usual Wednesday? And everyone's like, no! So,
like, we are not going to do it. Yeah, you know what's funny is, like, I forgot that we even do that.
Yeah.
You're like, we doing it like we do every year? And I'm like, oh, we do that every year. In my brain, I was like, oh, yeah, Thursday, it's Thanksgiving. We're not doing clickbait this week. But then I was like, oh, because I won't be at the house, so I can't do it. And I was bummed. And then we were texting last night. But we're both raising. I'm doing it for Solving Kids Cancer. Charity I'll be raising money for on Christmas as well. That'll be the big one. Very good charity. My sister used to do work with them. She's now over at St. Jude, but she's like, keep raising money for Solving Kids Cancer. They need it. So appreciate it. If you have, the extra money to give, that's what this holiday is about. Not just massacring as many turkeys as we can every year. Second, that's the second part of it.
From the non-vegan. Did you hear that? Dude, I just want to... The propaganda's working.
But you do. I mean, that's just numbers. You got to kill a lot of turkeys right now.
It's very true. I mean, yeah, it's every year. It's true.
So, yeah, they work on very rare forms of cancer, research, funding that for kids. So, good charity. Been doing it for a couple years now. And thank you for reminding me, Tom. I totally forgot we even did that.
It's literally like the one good thing that comes out of clickbait every year. It's like, hey, we do some fundraising, which is kind of nice.
My memory is... I'm going to get that checked out one day.
What?
If I can remember to get my memory checked out.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
If I can remember to get my memory checked out, I will.
We're raising money over for Feeding America over on the channel. They are an enormous charity.
Yeah.
They do great work. They are the largest food relief program in the United States. I think it's a 95% last time I checked on Charity Navigator. So they are a supersized one. However, like when we're raising money for World Central Kitchen, I highly recommend looking up your local food banks because your dollar will go even further there. Appreciate y'all. We already raised over $1,000 over here. So that charity will be open until tomorrow. Let's go.
Back in the day, I edited videos for Feeding America.
Oh,
a little fun fact.
What? I thought it was just the porn.
No.
So you've had a lot of editing experience.
Feeding America inside of the porn, Tom.
Got it.
Yeah.
Was there a turducken thing?
You don't want to know what the turducken was.
Speaking of, I don't know how this transition is going to work, but getting punched in the nuts. We saw that on Monday night, not only because of the QB play and throwing multiple interceptions, but literally, you had players getting suspended now for a week for punching each other in the testicles.
God bless America, baby.
That's great.
Dick punch cost you $65,000, Trayvon Morag.
Yeah.
Morag. $65K for a punch to the nards, the nads, the nuts, the jewels, the dangling dandies, the dirty dimples.
Dimples? I've never heard the dirty. I feel like if they're like really, because like they're just if they're caved in, I feel like you should talk to somebody.
You should check your balls.
No, you should definitely check them.
I just watched the Tom Green documentary and was reminded of all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good watch for anybody.
Okay. Oh, hell yeah. Appreciate the work you're doing, Random. Let's go. Dude, they have stuff all over, and they also have the great resources too. I can pin it to the top of the chat so you can find a food bank. Sorry. Yeah, let's talk about that game, though. You said you had a lot of thoughts on the Carolina Panthers, who had an opportunity to take the division in the NFC South. And, of course, this is after Bryce Young throws for like 440-something yards the previous week, going up against the 49ers, gets 3 gifted interceptions in the first half, and they scored a total of 3 points in the first half. Not great.
No, you got to score more than that if you get 3 interceptions.
A little bit.
Like, if you want to win a football game, Carolina, that's what you got to do. Unfortunately for the Panthers, that game kind of went the way I thought it was going to go in terms of, like, Carolina, they early in the season, they looked bad, and then they started to look good. And every time you kind of start to go, you know what? Maybe there's something to Carolina. They got to play a tough team, and they were playing good. J.C. Horn was actually playing out of his mind. Like
2 interceptions.
Those picks were him making really savvy plays. Like Brock Purdy, maybe just a little late on his throws, but like that's just a good corner, making smart reads, getting in there. So even though I was rooting for the curse wheel to be correct, for selfish reasons, like I want to see Carolina feisty and competing. So when they had those 3 interceptions, I was like, okay. Well, when they had the second one, I'm like, they've got a chance tonight.
Yeah.
And then they do nothing. And then they got a third one and they do nothing. I'm like, they're so fucked. There's no way they're going to win this game because that was their opportunity to get a lead, to, build something to make the Niners sweat. And San Francisco's like, we turned it over 3 times and you haven't done. We're still winning. And it was just like, it was kind of a boring game, and you were just waiting for the Niners to kind of
close it out,
take charge and close it out. And of course they did. And when Carolina finally found some momentum on offense, it was just too late. And even their it was a 24-yard touchdown pass to Teterow and McMillan.
Yep.
A good throw. It was a nice drive.
It was a really good. The one right before it was a terrible throw. And then I was just like, oh, and then he throws and that's the frustrating thing with Bryce Young, right? It's that lack of consistency, which you do see around the league. And now it's just like with Bryce, to have that kind of performance against the Falcons, and then like, all right, now it matters. Like on primetime, this is their first primetime game in years. Yeah, that's a tough way to go out. Because like if it was just a close like defensive game, you're like, okay. But it's just they couldn't do anything on offense, man. Like it was,
and they had an opportunity early. It was after one of the picks. Bryce runs down to like the 2-yard line. The next play, they roll him out to the right again, and I was like, oh shit, they're gonna run the same play and they're gonna score here. Yeah. I don't even know if it was the same play. It just looked similar. And Bryce had a lane. He had a lane. And he tries to force the ball in the back of the end zone, and that's where he threw his first pick, costing not just the touchdown for the Panthers, but at the very least a field goal attempt. So the opportunities were there, and if you're a Panthers fan, that's what's frustrating. Just like we had chances to beat a good team. Like the Niners are a good team. You get that win, you feel good about your team for the push in a winnable division.
In a division where, thankfully Baker Mayfield's injury is not as significant as was thought, right? So like he could even be playing on Sunday.
Yeah. He's the cockroach. Can't get rid of him. Oh my God. We're over 1,000 already.
Woo! Let's go, baby. Let's go. It's just frustrating because you don't know when they're going to take this. Get.
You said something about nuts?
I did.
In his first game, let's take a look. Let's take a look.
Yeah, the guy took a cheap shot and hit him in the balls.
Let's take a look.
I love the sound effect. Well done.
Yeah, like that?
Boom, boom, boom.
That was actually me doing a little sound work.
That was beautiful.
Sick of Johnny and Connor getting all the credit.
Yeah,
They're
just fabulous, you don't want that.
But sometimes I'll get down and dirty.
That's fair.
Anyway, what were you about to say before I rudely interrupted you so I could play a shot of a guy getting hit in the nuts?
Honestly, it's better than anything I could have possibly said. But yeah, for the Panthers, you just wonder, I don't know, like I feel like there is a lot more talk about Bryce Young and, okay, is he the guy? And the problem is that just changes from week to week. There's one week where you go, oh man, he's 100% the guy. But then there was 2 games before that, right? Against the Saints, which they lost that game. He couldn't get anything going. The Packers, he was not great in that game at all. It was all Rico Dowdle, right? And so after he puts up this amazing performance against the Falcons, you're like, okay, going in the right direction. And I put him in the power rankings because I was like, they found a different way to win than how they've won the rest of the season. And then they couldn't get anything going.
Yeah. And Carolina, J.C. Horn left that game with the concussion. They had another defender go out. I think they lost a lineman. They had like 4 guys exit that game, I believe. So that makes it tough. I talked about the missed touchdown opportunity that was Bryce's first pick, but then there's like little shit, right? There was that play where Xavier Legette stepped out of bounds for no reason, negating what was a first down catch. It's just like, when you're one of those like middling teams, it's those little things every week that just cost you games and opportunities. And their passing game, they had I think they had 28 passing yards in the first half, Tom.
It was bad.
Against like a Niners defense that's allowed, I think it was the 9th most or 6th most passing yards per game, like 250 a game.
Their
basically.
Secondary was the second worst in the league coming into last.
They just couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like Bryce Young's obviously still developing. You just want to see them do it a little more consistently. They feel like they're in a better spot than a handful of teams, though, with very young QBs. Like watching Vikings fans meltdowns kind of fun. And I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for JJ McCarthy.
Rooting for them?
Yeah, I'm rooting for them. I got no beef with the Vikings. I'm rooting for the Packers too.
That wasn't said with.
This is my pecking order. I'm rooting for the Lions the most, the Bears the second most, then the Packers. No, sorry, then the Vikings and the Packers. But I don't hate any of you guys.
It's okay.
There's
the best part
hate.
is all I have to do is wait.
You've had success. That's the only thing I'm basing it on.
And you haven't?
Well, yeah, you're going to root for your own team.
Of course I'm going to root for my own team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I find the NFC North very likable. They're a likable group of guys. Huh? No, I think like JJ McCarthy's getting relentlessly shit on. It's unfair. It's not incorrect on terms of how bad he's playing. But like, dude, I am so glad I don't have a job where I had to be awesome my first year or 2 doing it.
Yeah, I feel like there is.
I also didn't call myself 9 either, so But.
That's honestly, that's tough. That's tough, man. Like there is only so much, and I am very lenient, especially when it comes to young players, because it's like, all right, they're gonna need time to adjust, right? And with JJ, you're 100% correct. I think there's a few things at work here. One, the Vikings were a 14-win team last season. And so because of that, heading into this year, I don't think anybody was expecting them to be a 14-win team again, but you have the talent on the roster to be that. And one of the only main differences is your quarterback. So that's tough, right?
Yeah.
One. Two, he's played a handful of games, right? And the wins that he's had over the division, right, against the Bears, okay, you could look at that game, maybe we could toss it to the side. They just beat the Lions a few weeks ago, right? However, when he has looked bad, he's looked real bad. And the fact that in the handful of games he's thrown 10 interceptions, you don't want to see that. But again, and this is what I've been telling Vikings fans too, it's going to come down to next year. Because next season, that's when it's going to be the full evaluation year. And that's where we're going to be like, okay, are you going to be our franchise quarterback?
Yeah. And now he's concussed, so he won't play this week.
Yeah.
I think he was concussed late in that game. And like JJ's issue is just, it's been inaccuracy. Yep. You know what I mean? Which you can look at it two ways. You can go, you know what? That's correctable. Just, settle down, focus on footwork. Those passes will get dialed in. Fixable thing. Mm-hmm. Or you go, he can't throw accurately. He's a quarterback. You're not going to fix that. And both can be true. Both can be true.
Around Jamarcus Russell, it's a problem. Like that's not a great comp point. It's not very good.
Yeah. And the real problem, I think it's the more than anything, it's like they didn't ask him to throw a lot in college. And I think we just undervalue college starts and repetitions, and we want these results immediately. Mm-hmm. And it's going to take a while for JJ, and hopefully it works out for Minnesota. But it's not trending well. My point before that was like, we've seen Bryce Young be down that bad. He got benched because he was playing so poorly. Yep. Since he's been benched, he's been a better quarterback. Not perfect, but he's been better. And I've seen a lot more out of Bryce Young so far than McCarthy. And the sample size for McCarthy is limited. But I feel okay about Bryce Young. I don't think he's ever going to be like the
elite
guy, but build around him, and I think you can win a lot of football games with Bryce Young.
Sure.
Anyway.
Yeah, I agree with you. And JJ, it's going to take time. The frustrating thing, and this is where it could age poorly, is that if you give JJ McCarthy this next season and a half, right? You go, okay, we're going to play him next year, and he isn't the guy. Then it's like, damn, what could have been? It's hindsight, right? But there were plenty of Vikings fans who were running Sam Darnold out of town after those last two games. Oh, yeah. Right. So I know that we're sitting here now, and who knows how things are going to go with the Seahawks. Obviously, they're playing very well and they're winning games. There are some concerns with Sam Darnold and his turnovers, but I don't think that there was a world that they were really going to get off JJ McCarthy unless they got a really good contract with Sam Darnold, because they drafted him in the first round, man, and they're not going to be like the Packers. And I'm not even saying that with any shade. It's just the Packers' way of sitting QBs for 3 years is not the norm in the NFL.
Yeah, that was a tough decision. I remember talking about that for like the last month of football. And I think I really thought that the Vikings were going to bring Sam Darnold back. And then those last two games happen, and you're like, okay, well, the departure feels like it makes more sense now. But even when we were talking about that, there's still a lot of people like, no, you're crazy. They're not going to bring him back. Even when he was like at his peak, they're like, they're not going to. It's like, why? When you find a good quarterback, like keep him around until he sucks again. But when you invest a draft pick in a guy, there's that pressure there. There's pressure to start him. There's pressure for him to be the guy. And the smart move would have been to ensure Sam Darnold that he had a starting gig, give him the money, and just let JJ marinate, like you're saying the Packers did. But that's not a sexy choice.
No. And look what happened with the Packers, too, is they got caught. And Aaron Rodgers had back-to-back MVP seasons, and then they gave him a big contract that then they had to get out of and spend a whole bunch of money.
And the problem there, even if you guarantee you're like, hey, Sam, you're our guy. You're going to be the starter. It's the first game he plays poorly. It's where's JJ McCarthy? Get this fuck out of here. Get this Sam Darnold. Get him off of the guy's shoulders in the locker room and get him out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not wrong. You know,
like he won. Yeah, but he didn't look great.
Yeah. I mean,
good.
They're in a rough spot. You know, because, you know, that cap hit, the cap space is going to be challenging in the next season. And also, I mean, his career is far from over, but it is another year of like having Justin Jefferson, who's one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, and not doing anything with that, right? You did get in a little bit of an improved O-line. I know things haven't worked out the way you wanted them to this year, but I mean, Aaron Jones, how much longer is he going to play? You already have some guys on the defense that are probably going to leave. I mean, it's tough. If it works out for JJ, though, it's worth it. Because if he turns out to be your franchise guy, then you can build around him.
You got to be patient, all right? You committed to him, and Vikings fans, suck it up while he sucks.
Yep. So, or you could trade Justin Jefferson to the Packers.
Oh, I was thinking not trading him to the Packers, but I was thinking about, okay, your young QB is not playing well, and it's probably going to take a fair amount of time before he actually does, if he does. You are wasting Justin Jefferson. Now, obviously, you want to have a great receiver for your young receiver, but you could probably get a lot for Justin Jefferson in a trade right now, which would help you build around him and build for the future. I was thinking about it like would you consider trading Justin Jefferson to get, I don't know, you could probably get 2 first rounders for him at this rate in this market.
Oh, I mean, you can get multiple first round picks, I think, for Jefferson.
And oddly, it would be really funny if it was the Seahawks who made that trade. They're like, we're going to have JSN and Justin Jefferson.
This is a good question, JC. Do they bring in QB competition over this offseason? I can see them doing something like the Colts did with Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson, of bringing in a guy like Mac Jones or whoever, right? Just talking about the chat, to be like, hey, we'll have a steady backup and we'll also have a little bit of competition. And if JJ can't beat him out in preseason, then maybe have where you can at least sit a little bit. I could see that happening. But I think they want him to play because they have to get a look at him. You eventually have to evaluate him, and you already threw him into the fire. So you're like, all right, they got to see what he looks like. Because he also has to stay healthy, too, for next season. Because you do get a little bit of concern about the injuries early on.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think you bring in a guy for competition. I think you want a veteran presence.
Sure.
And is Wentz going to be good to go next year? Like, I think they're fine bringing back Carson Wentz. But yeah, you want a veteran in that locker room. Yeah. And the Browns are in a situation where their veteran is Deshaun Watson, right? Bring in Justin Fields. What if Kevin O'Connell faces Justin Fields before JJ McCarthy looks good?
Honestly. 10 out of 10. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they wind up getting a veteran in there.
Wow, you're over 2,000 raised, Tom,
that's
already?
right, baby.
We had 1,700 over here. You guys are awesome. Nice.
Oh, nice. Quasi's not getting fired. No, he's not getting fired. Definitely not.
It's just like, that's everybody's too. It's like, fire. Who can we fire? Who can we fire?
We do know that KOC loves Anthony Richardson. He just does a clean. He's just like, hey, we'll trade you our former first round QB for your former first round QB. Just a simple swap of JJ McCarthy and Anthony Richardson. There you go.
No, he has JJ, he has Richardson, and he has Fields all in that locker room. He's like, I'm going to save one of you motherfuckers. I don't know who it is.
Bring Trey Lance in too.
Yeah, Trey Lance.
That's it.
I am the whisperer, and I will whisper to all of you. But it's up to one of you to resurrect yourself like Jesus himself.
I think so. We got 3 Thanksgiving games tomorrow. We're going to take a gander at the first one, of course, being the Green Bay mother-loving Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. That is going to
Ooh.
be a spicy game. So the Lions, of course, going toe-to-toe with the Giants, able to win that game in overtime. Jahmyr Gibbs has looked great. Before that, lost to the Eagles, right? They did lose to J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings, but Lions fans have been waiting for this Packers team since week 1. Packers, they've been going through some offensive woes as well. Of course, they won this past week, but not scoring many points versus the Eagles, losing to the Panthers, not so great. And someone was just asking in the chat, which version of the Packers are we going to see tomorrow? And that is a great question.
That is a great question.
It is.
Next question, please.
Did you actually have a question or?
No, I was telling you. Next question, please.
Gotcha.
I was complimenting the fact that you had a great question.
Is Jaden Reed coming back? Could be.
Ooh.
Uncertain for tomorrow, but if Jaden Reed comes back, oh my God, it'd be so much fun. It would be so great for that offense.
Here's the thing. The Packers did something that nobody else really done this year, Tom. Let me fix that look. Now, I picked the Packers to win, so suck it, Johnny Barks. I picked your team to win already, Johnny. I love you, Johnny. But I picked the Packers to win. Now, why? Why, Tom?
Why?
If you look at the Detroit Lions, and this is what I got into a little bit in power rankings, but the way you beat Detroit is you take Jahmyr Gibbs out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe the Packers held Jahmyr Gibbs to his lowest total of yards or second lowest total of yards this season.
Yes, we did.
So some teams have done a nice job containing him when he runs the ball, but he just catches, passes and destroys them there. All of the Lions' losses, he has been contained. The Eagles game was the closest one. They did a good job stopping him running the ball, but I think he had over 100 receiving yards in that game.
Yep.
So week 1, you guys just put the clamps on Jahmyr Gibbs. And I think his success on the Lions offense really opens up everything else. It makes Jared Goff's life a lot easier.
Sure.
Plus, both of you, and this is the real tragedy of this game, we don't get to watch Tucker Kraft or Sam Laporta. Two of my favorite tight ends to watch. They're both on IR, which sucks. So, fuck you, football gods, for robbing us of that great matchup. But yeah, it just... The other reason I believe Green Bay wins is I just trust your defense more than I trust Detroit's. The Packers have a consistently good defense, gritty defense, and fundamentally, I just think they're a little bit better than Detroit's.
Well, right now, what's interesting is Detroit's O-line is not playing as well, I think, as many anticipated, right? Because they usually have one of the best O-lines in the NFL. I think that's a little bit part of it. Like Goff seems to be getting pressured and hit a bit more than usual. And yeah, I mean, you've been mentioning Gibbs. There have been times where he is literally their entire offense. And if the Packers are able to contain him like they were in week 1, I think they have a good shot. We'll see if Lucas Van Ness is going to play tomorrow. That'll be a big addition. He came back for a hot second in the game on Sunday and then left it because he's missed 5 games this season. We'll see about Jaden Reed. Josh Jacobs also questionable as well. So, yeah, I don't know what weapons we're going to have, but I think the Packers, they have a good shot of beating Detroit just because they've been also inconsistent. And you look at like the injuries that you look at both injury reports right now, they're both really long, right? With the Lions have been battling with injuries all year, whether it's the offensive line, whether it's with their secondary. So,
yeah. So look, week 1, 19 rushing yards. So that was the lowest total. Vikings held him to 25. He's so good though.
Dude, he's phenomenal.
Imagine if the Packers had a guy like Jahmyr Gibbs.
We might in Marshawn Lloyd, even though they don't have the same kind of intangibles.
Oh my God, I hate
to see him also play.
All right, here we go. What was it? All right, so you guys had 19. Oh yeah, you did the best. You only 31 receiving yards. Sorry, 31 receiving yards. Oh, sorry, Minnesota technically fewer yards there.
Yeah.
But that's why Minnesota won. That's the secret. You're welcome. I'm sure not a single coach on the Packers team has noticed that.
That Jahmyr
But they
Gibbs is
do
a good
watch
football player.
me for insight and analysis. They watch Tom when they want some nonsense talking and dumb jokes. They go, let me get the real substance of football. The guy who not just looks at the X's and O's, but dissects those X's and O's and turns them into code and deciphers exactly how to break each team. So, you know what you need to do? I'm picking the Packers to win. I'll be rooting for the Lions. Suck it, Barks. Now I'm rooting harder for the Lions just to annoy Johnny, just a tiny bit.
You done? I don't know if you were. It should be a good game, though. I'm enjoying it. It should be a fun one.
Yeah, it's probably the best. Who the Lions play last year on Thanksgiving? Dude, a division matchup.
Oh, is it that the Bears Eberflus timeout game?
That was the Cowboys, wasn't it? Or was that Lions? Who did that?
That was Lions Bears.
I definitely recapped that game. It was the Bears. You're right.
Right?
Yeah.
That was the Eberflus game.
Okay.
That's a great time.
Dude, I need something fun to happen in that game.
God, it'd be great. That'd be great.
I also picked the Cowboys, Tom.
This is turned into a really intriguing game because both these teams are fighting for their playoff lives, right? Both are going to have to climb out of the holes that they're in.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is going to be a fight. If this was played in Arrowhead, I feel a lot better about the Chiefs. The Cowboys defense, though, in that second half of that Eagles game, they really clamped down. Of course, the Eagles offense also got in their own way as well. But yeah, this is a tough one.
I think the Packers and the Lions should start their game with a moment of silence for Matt Eberflus and just let the clock run for no reason while they stand there.
I would highly support that. I would highly.
And then up on the Jumbotron, it just says in memory of Eberflus.
And just do they do the same exact thing when Eberflus is coaching in the Cowboys game?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sorry. You were talking about Cowboys, Chiefs, but I was thinking about that joke.
It's worth it.
Here's what I like about Dallas. Our defense is playing better. We dunked on Jared. I still don't think he should have traded Micah, but George Pickens, great acquisition. Quinnen Williams, he's been very good. For some reason, their secondary is now playing better. Maybe that's because the defensive front's been disruptive. So I still don't trust the Cowboys secondary. I'm not sold on Deron Bland being good yet. He's going to have a tough matchup against Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy. They got some fast guys back there. But I think that's the difference right now is their offense is getting complimentary football.
Sure.
When the Dallas offense is clicking, it's as good as any in the NFL. And I think this is going to be a fun game. It might actually be a higher scoring game. Now, that said, the Chiefs defense was very good against Indianapolis, but the difference is Dak Prescott is a better quarterback than Daniel Jones, and you can't just rattle Dak the way you can get to Daniel Jones, because I think Dak can beat you through the air. Sure. And now he's got 3 legitimate targets from Ferguson to CD to Pickens. And I hope Javonte Williams has a big game against Kansas City. If I can get 2 rushing TDs from Javonte, I'll be very happy. But yeah, I kind of like Cowboys at home. This is 100% a hate pick against Kansas City, but I actually believe the Cowboys have a good chance to win.
I think they do. I mean, just also having Quinnen Williams there and having Overshown back and like being able to get after the quarterback, because that was the question after the Raiders game. Can they just do that against a much better football team in the Eagles? And first half, answer is no. But that second half, they really, really look good. And I feel like we gave a lot of crap in the offseason to Schottenheimer, and it feels like he's been pretty solid.
Yeah.
There have been times where, so I gotta give some credit here. So yeah, this is going to be a very, very interesting game because it feels like whoever loses this game, maybe their playoff hopes are no more. It's just going to be a real big hill to climb, especially with their schedules.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be a tough one.
Now the Cowboys, I mean, Jerry got lucky. One, he got lucky that the Steelers wanted to get rid of George Pickens, and they're willing to get rid of him at a cheap price. Because it feels like the Steelers could really use a guy like George. He got lucky that the Jets decided to do a fire sale halfway through the season.
Sure. Helps.
But he had the capital because of the Micah trade. So, it's funny because I feel like we were right to crucify Jerry the way we did at the time, but also things feel like they're starting to work out for Dallas. Now, Dallas still has a long way to go, right? They do have 5 losses, the tie against Green Bay. They have to continue to win, and they have to be able to prove that they can win consistently against good football teams. So it starts last week. You get a big win over the Eagles, beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and then people will start to believe in the Cowboys. And then Scooter's going to become a monster. That's okay. We'll deal with it. We will handle it. But yeah, it's, can't lie and say that the Cowboys suck right now because they don't.
They don't. I mean, it's just, is this defense going to be able to be consistent? I have the same concerns as you when it comes to their secondary, and I don't know how well they're going to be able to utilize Javonte Williams, considering that the Chiefs shut down Jonathan Taylor this past Sunday. So, yeah.
No, Jerry absolutely got lucky that the Jets decided to trade Quinnen Williams, a guy that they have paid, who the Jets, look, they got draft picks. They got draft picks. But to trade Micah and be like, you know what, I'm going to get Quinnen Williams in 6 weeks. I'll be all right.
Yeah.
7 weeks. Yeah, that's a little fucking lucky. The Jets had to be complete ass. And it wasn't just Quinn. They got rid of Quinnen and Sauce. Nobody would have predicted that. Nobody.
Yeah.
Now, he did the work. He put up the capital. He outbid whoever to get Quinnen Williams. I'll give him credit for it. But some things went right. Pickens was smart. That was a savvy move. I think we said that was a good move when it happened. So, it's going
to be real interesting. This game potentially, it's between Packers and Lions, and then this game here be game of the day. This game, it looks like we're getting Joe Burrow back.
Joey B coming back.
Oh, Joey.
I hope he's okay. I hope he survives. Obviously, he talked about it yesterday in his press conference, and he gave the answer that you would expect from a guy who is as good as Joe Burrow, who obviously I think has a great respect for his teammates, for his team. He wants to be out there for them. That he didn't rehab through this injury to not play. And I think everybody's concern for Joe Burrow is very genuine. Nobody wants to see him get injured again.
No.
So it's admirable that he's coming back, and technically the Bengals still have a chance. I think their playoff, if they win in this game, their playoff chances go from 3 to 4 or 3 to 6% to something minimal. But if they keep winning, and that division is kind of crazy, there's an outside chance. So I get why that hope is nice. It's a good gift for Joe to give Bengals fans for the holiday season.
Sure.
But Joe is going to have to set up several booby traps to defeat the bad guys every week, like he is one Kevin McAllister.
Literally, yes.
And I hope he plays well. I hope he doesn't get hit much. And he finishes the season healthy. And T. Higgins is out, right? But Jamar Chase will be back. I think Tiggins. Oh, boy, I almost Brady'd that. T. Higgins is out. And I hope he's okay. I hope he is okay without T on the field.
Yeah, I respect Joe Burrow, man, and to go out there for a 3-8 football team, and like you said, rehab through this injury, it's just I worry about him behind that O-line. The defense didn't look like complete ass on Sunday, which was nice.
Yeah.
You can hang your hat on that, but
And the Ravens offense has not looked great the last 2
they
weeks.
have not. Their defenses look good, but their offense is still getting things going. Yeah. There's another time. I mean, we have some really good matchups. We'll look at the rest of them on Friday, but we have some really good matchups coming up.
You know what? I'm changing. I'm going Bengals.
Ooh!
I think the Joe Burrow return factor is because I think I picked these before I knew if Joe was coming.
Mhm.
I also picked the Bears to beat the Eagles. So haven't done any other picks, but I wanted to make sure I got that Black Friday pick in. Yeah, you know what? Joe's gonna juice them up. Bengals got a lot to play for in terms of being almost pretty much all the way out of it. It sucks because everybody likes Joe Burrow.
He's a great player, man.
That's why they're like, "Don't come back, Joe."
Yeah, they're just like, this is for your own good, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Usually when like opposing fans are telling a quarterback to not come back, it's because they don't want to be hurt by him. Everybody's just like, we don't want you to get hurt, Joe.
We don't want to hurt you, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to the NFL. It's I mean, again, it's just the season for the Bengals has gone so wrong, and there'll be an interesting offseason for them, but they have a shot. They definitely have a shot on Thanksgiving. That should be an interesting primetime game at least. It could be. We could have 3 good games. We could.
Yeah, I like all 3 of those games actually.
Yeah.
Like the Bengals record sucks, but like Joe coming back makes that game interesting.
I agree with that.
Dude, even Bears Eagles I find fascinating for Friday. Because like I don't think like the Bears have like earned their way to 8-3, and it feels like the Eagles have kind of fallen there, and it's because they can't run the football to save their lives. And everybody's like, the Bears are 8-3, but I think a lot of people don't believe that the Bears are actually as good as 8-3. I'd argue the way they're winning justifies the fact that they are 8-3. Eagles coming off a bad loss to the Cowboys, that makes them dangerous. And it feels like their offense is there. It's just hiding. It's like hiding and waiting to attack somebody, and it might be Chicago this week. But I don't know.
I mean, if the Bears are able to beat the Eagles in Philadelphia, oh yeah, going to be a lot of people taking the Bears more seriously. And again, dude, you're the starting linebacker for the Chicago Bears right now. Like it's slim pickings.
Yeah.
So that'd be a big win on the road against Philadelphia. Nick Sirianni doesn't lose against the NFC North. That'd be big.
That would be huge.
So it should be some really good games. They did a nice job with the schedule this year. Not that they could have predicted this is where these teams are going to be, but yeah, the one that I'm like the least looking forward to is the Bengals Ravens, and mostly it's because I don't want to see Joe Burrow get hurt again.
Yeah,
but I still want to see him. Okay,
let's see where that Ravens defense really is.
Yeah. So we about to find out. We about to see.
We are $81 away from 2,000, Ray. $81 away.
Let's go. Yeah, we are 2,176. Appreciate y'all for donating. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's get there now. Let's do it.
What do you got coming out today, Perna, if anything?
Oh, I got power rankings.
The rankings of power. We didn't even talk about that. You did curse the Panthers, so you are also the reason why they could not get a win.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
let's be honest.
3 picks and you lose. That's a curse.
That's a curse.
That's 100% a curse.
Did you already spinning the wheel?
Yes, I did. I know.
How many times?
Just once.
I don't believe you.
People are not going to be happy.
Why?
Because I cursed humanity.
Well,
I should put that on there. All of humanity. Feel like
people were saying that you should put
like
serious things on there. It'd just be like cancer, homeless, and you could curse them.
Oh, I could curse cancer to get rid of it?
That's it.
Hey.
What happened overnight? Cancer just disappeared. Brandon Perna's curse wheel.
Got rid of it.
That actually happened.
See, that's the thing though. Like I've tried to use it to get rid of things I don't like. Kansas City Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs.
Chiefs on there though.
Yeah, if you have any sort of like heart in the curse, won't work. Yeah, if there's love there, won't do it.
Won't do it.
The amount of love I put into hating the Chiefs is unmatched.
It's significant.
You know?
Yeah.
Some say I love to hate the Chiefs more than I love anything. I don't say that.
More than you love the Broncos.
No, I love the Broncos more.
Maybe that's your weakness.
Yeah.
You're not a big enough hater.
Yeah. Maybe I need more hate.
I think everyone can need a little bit more hate.
Is that how Darth Vader won?
What?
Is that how Darth Vader won? Hate?
Well, I mean, he technically didn't win if we're just going.
I mean, he didn't he fuck up Luke Skywalker a little bit?
I mean, yeah, he chopped off his hand.
Yeah. So he fucked up Luke Skywalker and then he threw was it Palpatine into the thing?
Yep, into the reactor.
Yeah, he won. He beat the two biggest bosses, a good boss and a bad boss. Darth Vader doesn't get enough credit for really beating both evils. The good evil and the bad evil.
Kind of killed his wife. Not great.
Yeah. Obi-Wan, talk about blowing a 28-3 lead.
Just with Padawans, man, really dropped the ball there.
I've barely even watched Star Wars too.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate how much you're trying, though. I mean, as I literally just did an entire skit like I have for the past 3 weeks dressed up as the Emperor from Star Wars. So, yeah.
Nice. What do you got coming out today, Tom?
Power rankings are out from yesterday. Predictions. That's the one. Scripted came out yesterday. Power rankings came out yesterday. And then, today will be predictions. I'm also going to do my November Q&A for Patrons and YouTube members because I realize the end of the month is on Sunday. So
we did our hangout on Sunday morning.
Oh,
before Red Zone started so that the European folks could join. And it was very nice. It was refreshing to do it early in the morning.
There we go. I like that. And then on Thursday, I'll be streaming, obviously, Packers-Lions, get a couple of those videos out for like post-game reaction. And I'm going to be streaming the Bengals-Ravens. So another primetime game. Got to do it.
Games on Thursday?
2. I just got to get the videos, the 2 videos out too. And then I got to also be streaming on Black Friday too.
Yeah.
So there will not be Q&A on Friday, but we will be doing a stream. Are we going to do this?
Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Beautiful. I'm good.
I don't look at any holiday as a holiday during football season.
Oh, because there are no holidays left. Like, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? I'm working. What are you doing for Christmas? I'm working.
Yeah. I'll actually take Thanksgiving easy, but I'll still be writing. People forget writing is working.
Do they?
Yeah.
But folks, in case we don't see it, I hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving. And we'll see you here again on GPS on Friday. I'll be streaming all on Thursday. And have yourself a fantastic holiday if you're celebrating. But folks,
I hope you have just an average holiday, everybody.
That's fair.
But the day after is the best day of your life.
There it is. We both raised over $2,000 for our respective charities. A huge shout out to everybody who's donated. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next time. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been
navigated.
I can't catch today. What's going on?
What are you, CeeDee Lamb?